All right, here we go. So today's topic is all about partnerships. We're going to talk about one of my favorite ways to fill your room, your workshop, and it's often misunderstood or not misunderstood, but underused. And the truth is, you really don't have to do this alone. You don't have to try and fill your workshops or your events by yourself. And when you use collaborative partners, everything will start to move faster. So, just as an example, I've got a workshop coming up at the end of this month, and it's we're just now starting to do the actual promotion using my JV partners. And last week we talked about speaking at different places to fill your event. So I've already got 60 something registered just from me speaking at different events leading up to it. And now my partners are going to start promoting and I will start promoting. So it gives you a head start. It also gets something going, it gets you in front of other people's audiences. So other people have already gathered these people, have already got these people in their community. They've already nurtured them and warmed them up. So if you can find some really good partners to email for you about your workshop, you will find that that works better, I think, than running an ad or trying to do it all by yourself. So something that happened to me recently, I've been working with JV partners for probably about 5 years now when I first learned how to do it. And I've been developing relationships with a lot of these people, and that's really what it's all about is a relationship. So I started to develop a new relationship with a partner. I knew about her, I'd heard about her for years, and we had never really connected as far as partners. So we got together, we decided to do a little cross promotion for each other. We both have the same audience, we work with coaches. And so we thought, well, she offers a different service than I do. So I promoted her event, which in which she offered a course, and I got for her over 100 people signed up on her list, and 4 people signed up for her course, which gave me a really nice commission. And then she promoted my 3-day event, the virtual events boot camp we just did. She brought in over 25% of the total registrations for that event, just one partner. And she also won our leaderboard contest, which gave her a cash prize, and she got commissions on ticket sales because she had a bunch of VIPs sign up. So it was a win-win all the way around. Not only between she and I, but our two communities got incredible value because her community got to come to my event and learn how to do workshops. And my people got to go to her community and learn how to build a group coaching program, which I don't teach. I mean, I can teach that, but it's not like my main thing. So we both added people to our communities. We both got new clients, and both of our audiences got value from that other person. So that's the win-win when you work with collaborative partners. It's a powerful thing to do. So instead of just trying to fill your workshop with your audience, the people that you have on your list or the people that follow you on social media, you can try finding partners that are in alignment. You have to be particular. It's not just any partner. But when you do find the right partners, then you are introduced to their people, people that already follow them. And then that trust that they have with that person transfers to you because it's like word of mouth. Somebody says, hey, go to Janelle's workshop because I know her and I know she's going to give you great value. She'll take great care of you. She does awesome work. Well, those people hearing that are going to be like, okay, I'll trust Janelle because this person said, the person that I'm following said she was cool. So it can bring you more leads, add more people to your email list. It'll bring you more registrations to your events and more aligned clients faster than doing it alone, and also cheaper than going out and running an ad and bringing in cold traffic, people that don't know you at all. Now, what makes a great partner? So not all partnerships are created equal. Here's what to look for. I'm going to give you some tips on what to look for when you're looking for a collaborative partner. First of all, look for someone that has the same audience that you have. If you serve entrepreneurs, for example, don't try to partner with somebody who serves CEO suites professionals. That would not be a match, right? Same or similar audience, but they serve that audience in a different way that's also complementary to what you do. So, with the partner I just told you about, she serves coaches, I serve coaches. I help coaches build a monthly workshop system to bring in new leads and new clients, and she teaches them how to put together a group coaching program. I teach programs, but I usually don't teach the group coaching. I teach more one-on-one coaching programs or a course usually. And so she has this expertise in the group coaching where you're coaching in a group, not teaching. So that is perfect. And it turned out when we started working together that our audiences liked each other. There was a good match there. So that's the first thing you want to look for. The second thing is what they do with their audience should add value to your people, and yours should add value to their people. So what they're doing, let's say, you work with entrepreneurs and you meet someone who's a wealth building coach. Well, entrepreneurs are often interested in knowing how to build wealth, and maybe you just teach them to market themselves. So, a wealth building coach would be a nice complementary person, which would add value to your audience, teaching them something you don't teach, but they need. I have another partner that I've been working with for years who is a book coach, an author coach. She helps authors write their books. And many, many people in her audience are coaches because often coaches want to write a book. I don't teach people how to write books. I've written books, I've published books, but I don't teach that. But I know the value of that. So I want my people to know how to write a book. So I would promote her events and her programs to my people so they can go to her to learn how to write a book. She doesn't teach them how to run a workshop or an event online, and so she'll send them to me, or she'll promote my stuff so they can come to me, learn how to run an online event to sell their book or to highlight their book or to use their book, right? So nice match. And then number three, you want to make sure they have similar values as you and that they care deeply about their community. If you're a heart-centered coach or entrepreneur, you don't want to partner with somebody that's, maybe a real driven, like salesy kind of person that doesn't really care about their community, but just wants sales. Like you want somebody who has the same value and they serve their community the same way. And that's very important because you're introducing your audience to them and vice versa. They're introducing their audience to you. So make sure there's a match, their energy is good, that you actually really like them and trust them. And then you also want to make sure that they follow through on their promotions. So if they said they're going to promote you and send 3 emails, you hook up with them and the promotion period starts and they never send any emails, then you don't want to work with that person because they're not following through on their word, right? And make sure you follow through on your commitment too. And then finally, you want to see, are the results mutually beneficial? Did this partner bring me some leads? Did anybody sign up for my event coming from that person? Did any of my people sign up for their event or their promotion? And if we do see some of that, we're sending each other some new leads and new people, then that's good. That means that our audiences like each other. They like that other person. And so that makes it a very profitable and successful partnership. It's a win-win all the way around. And so that really matters. And it takes time. This is a long range kind of strategy. It's not something that happens overnight. You want to look at this as relationship building. And it's also something that you need to be having a regular place on your calendar where you're talking to potential JV partners, you're talking to them in a Zoom meeting, you're talking about what you each do and see if there's a match, and then, set up the promotion and then keep that partnership going. Keep in touch with them. Don't just look at it as a one and done thing. We do a cross promotion, that's it. Unless it didn't work out. But if it did work out, make sure you continue to develop that relationship and that partnership and continue to say, hey, let's look at what else we can do. Usually I'll meet with my partners. Usually at the beginning of the year, or the end of the year, and I'm looking at the next year, I'll try to meet with as many of them as I can and say, let's look at next year and see what we can promote for each other. And then throughout the year, when I'm meeting new partners, we'll get in a meeting and I'll say, what have you got coming up? I can promote that. You can promote this. What else do we have later in the year that we could promote so that you're continuing that relationship? And check in with them if you haven't talked to them in a while. So I do that regularly too. Hey, I haven't talked to you lately. Let's get together. Let's see what we're doing with each other and update, get an update of what you're promoting out there. So it is all about relationships. And the stronger and better those relationships are, the better for your promotions, the more people you'll have coming to your workshops. And also when you promote them, the more that you can actually create a side income coming from those commissions of being a JV partner for someone else. It's kind of nice when money lands in your account and you're like, oh yeah, I promoted that person. Look at that. I just made $300. So it's a really great strategy. So I just want to make this real for you. I want to give you a little exercise to do and think about this question. What does your audience need that you don't provide? What would be a service or a program or something like that that you don't provide, but you know it would help your audience? And then ask yourself, who do I know? Or who could I connect with? What type of expert do I want to meet and find that could offer that service? And then when you go to networking meetings, you start meeting other people in your space, you know what you're looking for, and you can be more strategic about it. When you meet those kinds of people, you say, oh, this is the kind of person I was looking for because I want to offer that service to my clients. So then reach out to them, have a meeting with them, and see, if they're willing to partner. So your action step this week is make a list of 1 to 3 potential partners and reach out to them. Start a conversation. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need a full plan. You're just opening the door. Let's see if maybe there's some synchronicity here that we could promote each other. This might lead to your next workshops, filling your next workshop with lots of great potential clients. So if you want to learn how to use partnerships, you want to learn more about it, also how to speak, as we were talking last week, and other visibility strategies, how to create the content for your workshop, all of that workshop stuff, then I invite you to come to my client enrollment workshop this month. It's April 29th, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to map everything out for you into a system that will bring you clients. And just remember, you don't have to build your business alone. None of us do. In fact, you're really not meant to. The fastest way to grow is to grow together. Let's help each other. Let's build some powerful partnerships. So I would like to invite those of you that are in the room with me, if you have any questions or comments, you can ask them now about partnerships. I'm curious if you've done this strategy before. Do you have some partners that you're working with?
I have a lot of questions,
Okay.
but you can tell me when to stop.
Okay. I love
Um,
questions.
the first one is that you said that you would promote somebody because you want to share their value with your audience. But if
Mhm.
you've never enrolled in their programs or whatever they sell, how do you really know what kind of value they have? How do you know how good they are at what they do, that
Mhm.
you're going to trust their information to your audience?
Yeah, it's such a great question. And that, again, goes back to building a relationship. So if you don't know this person, it's the first time you're talking to them, you may not want to jump right into a big cross promotion deal. One thing that a lot of people do to sort of test it out is to say, do you have a lead magnet? Like just an easy downloadable PDF that I could promote to my people, not to an event, not to a paid program, but just an easy, let's see if our audiences match, and we'll do what they call a lead magnet swap to each other's audiences and see what happens. Also, when you're in that meeting with them, ask them lots of questions. See if you can go look at their website or ask them if you can do a sort of an audit of the thing that they're promoting. Can you take a look at it? Can you enroll yourself in it? And also, one thing that a lot of people do is they sign up for the event that they're promoting and they go to the event as well. And or maybe they even go to the event before they promote. You could say that, could I go to your workshop and see, if this is a good match? And then after I'll decide. That way you've had a chance to get to know them a little bit, see how they present in front of an audience, see how they show up. Sometimes we'll take each other's courses. We'll just give that to each other so that if you go through the course that you want to promote, you can say to your audience, I went through that course. It was great. It helped me a lot. I got a lot of value out of it. Of course, that takes time, but you can also, a lot of my partners will sign up as a VIP for my event and watch some of the recordings if they can't go to the event, but at least then they've seen how I show up and work with audiences.
Or getting
Mm.
on their mailing list is good also, I know.
Oh, definitely get on their email. Yes, get on their mailing list. It also will show you if they're promoting you because you'll get those emails. Yeah, sign up for their freebie. Yeah.
Um, I've always pondered this question. How do you equate the equality of the promotion? In other words, if I have a list of 500 and you have a list of 5,000, it doesn't feel like an equal value promotion.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, what do you suggest in that sort of circumstance? How equal do your promotions have to be?
Well, that is also a good question, and it's something that you would talk about in your meeting with the person. Because let's say, you have the 500-person list and you're meeting someone with 5,000, you could, in fact, that just happened to me recently. I think it was the same partner I just talked about. She has an email list of 35,000. I have one that's at 10,000. So she's got much bigger lists. She's been around longer than me. And we talked about that. And she was willing to go ahead and do it anyway. So they may be willing to go ahead and do it anyway, even though your list is much smaller, because they see value in what you're offering. And they may be willing to just, let's try it out and see what happens. Um, and then on the other hand, you could think about what's other things you could do besides emailing that could help them in the promotion. Do you have a big audience somewhere on a social media platform that you could invite them to come in and do like a live video with you and interview them before the promotion starts and sort of introduce them? Lots of times you'll find that people with, if they have a bigger list than you, they're really happy to get on some sort of stage and get some other kind of visibility through you. And the other thing too is, and a lot of us realize this, is that people with smaller lists sometimes bring in more opt-ins than people with big lists, because a person with a smaller list will usually promote a lot more and be a lot more they'll go over and above what they said they would do to really do a good job for that partner. And so sometimes you might bring more leads in than somebody with a 10K list because they're not going to promote to their entire list. They might not spend any extra time. They might not put anything extra into the emails or do anything extra. And so they may get less opt-ins. So often that happens. I have done this many times where I partner with people with huge lists and they hardly bring me anybody. And people with smaller lists bring me a ton of people. So it's not always the size of the list that matters. It's,
Is it possible to compensate your partner if you don't have an affiliate program? Or do you need to have an affiliate program to compensate them with a commission of whoever
yeah.
buys your program?
Yeah, affiliate programs are the easiest way, the most efficient way to do that. A lot of platforms out there have that included. I use High Level, and High Level has affiliate program built in, so it's really easy to get those links. There's one that's called Thrivecart. A lot of people use. It used to be you pay once for life and you have it. I don't know if they're still doing that. But some of these platforms that have all-in-one that do everything will have an affiliate program built in. If they don't, it's a little hard to do. Um, you can, well, what one thing that I've done before is in my funnel, I'll create a new registration page and I'll name it at the slug after the URL. I'll name it that person and I can go back to that page and see how many they brought me, but I can't see who they brought me, but I can see how many. But I would highly recommend when you start working with partners that you get some kind of affiliate program set up or add that to your platform. Or find a platform that has it already. And because it's so much easier, they can go to their dashboard and see how many they brought and who they brought, and you can go see. That's a much easier way to track.
Well, if you're doing a swap, um, let's say for your client attraction workshop, you get you get to keep the names of all the people who sign up for the workshop, right?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
that's how you can build your email list.
Yes.
And then whoever buys, then you pay a commission to your partner. So
Right.
you have to keep track. If you had 10 partners sending
Mhm.
you people,
Yeah.
you have to give each of them a different affiliate code
Yes.
when they promote the workshop. And that's how yeah,
Yes.
I don't have an affiliate program. I was looking at some to add to my website, like a plugin, but
Mm.
there's like hundreds of them. And
Uh,
so, right now I don't have a web person. So
do you have a CRM where you do your emails with
MailChimp,
MailChimp? I don't think MailChimp has affiliate. They just do
I,
email.
I don't think they have much of anything. I'm,
Yeah.
still struggling to find the right person to help. I had my host, GoDaddy. It
Mm.
cost me a fortune to have them fix all the problems with my website, but I don't have a regular maintenance person. I'm still trying to find one.
Ah, okay.
And I'm also taking an online web course on
Mm.
WordPress, hoping that I could do a lot of it myself. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm just kind of getting ready. I joined a partnership program,
Mhm.
and it's called List Match. And
Okay. Cool.
I get to meet people who want to form partnerships, which
Yeah.
I thought was a lot easier for me than, trying to reach out to figure out who would be a good partner. But I appreciate your homework assignment because
Yes.
I never thought about that. If my people are all interested in writing books, what kind of a partner would they
Mhm.
want? And I thought maybe someone who specializes in marketing,
Absolutely.
not what I do. So if I can find someone who might want a partner who's a marketer, and then
Yep.
I'm the person who teaches them how to write the book, that could be a good
Yep.
swap.
Do you also teach them how to publish and
I do all of it,
oh, you
but I
do all
try not to do any marketing
that? Mm.
because
Okay.
my third book has a whole list of how to market your book, but
Yeah.
I don't want to help people market because it's never a guarantee. You could pay a publicist $5,000 and you still don't
Yeah.
sell any books. It's
Yeah.
very, very
Yeah.
non-guaranteeable.
Well,
So
do you have a lot of coaches in your audience who are writing
uh,
books?
fair amount. I mean, I've tried to attract mostly coaches, but I have been really stuck trying to build my email list. It's
Okay.
not very vibrant. It's
Yeah.
fairly non-vibrant. So,
Yeah.
I've been taking a few classes in how to build your email list, and I have a bunch of lead magnets, but they haven't really brought in. So I'm
Okay.
still trying to figure out the best way to build my email list,
Yeah.
and I
Use
don't
some of the
know.
strategies I've been talking about. Speaking. I think you do some
I
speaking.
do that. I just applied to another summit. I go to Event Raptor about once a month and see what summits are coming
Okay.
up.
Perfect.
And
And
I've been on a dozen podcasts. I've already been on a bunch of summits,
okay.
but they don't. I've gotten a few names for my email list, but they don't seem to sign up for my freebie.
Hmm.
So, that's really where you get the names when they sign up for your freebie that you're on.
Yes. So you may want to look at your freebie, the title, how the graphic, but if it's not appealing and grabbing their attention, it could be just even a title change, or what's the benefit of them getting it if you're not highlighting that, So it could be something there uh, to look at if they're not grabbing it. And then doing your own workshops or videos is also, a great strategy because it's your own stage. People see you as a higher level of authority than if you're speaking on somebody else's stage. Um, I think
You
you,
kind of scared me at the boot camp when telling us all this equipment we needed to do videos, and I thought I don't have a husband who can hang lights and all
oh
that.
no, no, there's just simple, like mine, there's just simple sitting on a stand I got from, I didn't hang them. They're just on stands. I got them from
Well,
Amazon.
maybe it was
Super
somebody
simple.
else who mentioned that, but or maybe
Yeah, no.
one of your speakers at
Oh,
the event.
maybe.
But there
And
was
just a
something that
simple, A
Made me
simple
feel like I
camera.
couldn't do a
Oh,
video.
no, you could easily do it, and it's not that expensive
I
at
mean, I
all.
could just, can you consider um, doing a Zoom talk like this where I just talk and pretend there's an audience as a video?
Sure, I do that all the time. Yeah.
So I don't have to do it on my phone.
No, get
Okay.
on Zoom, open up your Zoom and talk like somebody's in there and record it, and then you have a video. So awesome.
Then the second thing is how to get it up on YouTube, which I don't have any clue on how to do that.
It's
So
pretty simple. If you open your YouTube channel, there's usually an upload button, upload a video.
I have to
Um,
set up a YouTube channel first.
yeah, yeah, it's easy to do. You actually automatically, if you have a Google account, if you have a Gmail account, you automatically have a YouTube channel associated with that.
And when people say it's easy, Janelle, I don't know. Easy for some people. I'm more of a creative than a technical. So
Yeah,
I need to learn things. That's why I'm taking an online class in WordPress right now because I want to be able to update my site without having to
yeah,
wait for someone
yeah,
else.
good for you. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then,
Sorry we lost the other person. I hope I
yeah,
didn't scare her away.
no, no, she said she had to leave. But I'm going to stop the recording for now. Those of you watching on YouTube, in the show notes below, we'll have a link for you to come to my workshop.